Alright guys, and welcome back to another video. So today part 2 of the 8th anniversary has officially started, and I decided to make a complete analysis and overview of the part 2 LR since I never did it. Today we will start with the AGL Dragon Ball Kai Goku, that in my opinion and in many other people's opinion is better than the Kid Gohan, and is basically the main part 2 LR. And to make it very shortly, it's very powerful, it's a very good unit, and if you want to use your rainbow ticket on him, you can do it because he's awesome. He's worth it and you're going to get a lot of value out of him. Now of course there is the problem that is a base from Goku, and we have the tech one and the int LR dropping in like October/November, but the int LR sucks. There is not even a competition, it's just between him and the tech World Tournament Goku. And to make it again shortly, and then we go to the analysis, the tech Goku is more of a high risk, high reward, and more of a gamble sometimes, while this guy is more, you know what you get. Like, he's guarding guaranteed for 6 turns, and you have you know what you're getting out of him. So the soul that heats up in a first battle, Goku, Super AGL. The leader skill is Starter School, Ki plus 3 and 200%. So basically every Goku, every Krillin, Yamcha, and it's an amazing leader skill. A category that has every single Goku. Besides, I think Path to Power Kid Goku is awesome. There's no doubt about it. The passive skill, Know the Soul, activates the entrance animation upon entry, so you have an intro animation. You have Ki plus 4, 59% attack and defense, and guard for 6 turns. So here, this is basically one of the biggest points of the unit. This, like, the huge attack and defense and guard for 6 turns, these are basically the biggest point of the unit. So you have 4 Ki, 159% attack and defense at the start of turn, so you have 8 Ki just at the start, which is incredibly valuable considering you need to stack with this unit, but we will get on this later. He survives KO attack up to once within a turn. It's not really the craziest. I know it seems insane because for once, like, in every turn for once it cannot be killed, and I know it seems insane, but it's actually not, because if you get hit by, let's say, Cell Max super attack and he will die, you will be with 1 HP, so you cannot get hit again. And it's not really the craziest if you consider that this guy doesn't have dodge in his kit. It's not Yajirobe. When he survives KO attacks, he gets hit, but then he has a 70% chance to dodge. So it's a decent. If it's the last attack on the rotation, you know Goku will not get killed. It's decent, but this really works only if literally the attack that's killing him, it's the last attack. Otherwise, it's not working. But it's very good because he recovers 59% HP if HP is 40% or below at the end of the turn. So basically, let's say you're facing, again, Cell Max. He supers this Goku as the last attack in a turn, and it will kill him. He survives with 1 HP, and then on the next turn, basically at the end, he recovers 59% HP. So you're basically not to full health, but close. This works only once, so you will get this once, while this works every turn. So one time you can get the biggest heal, and the next time it will just be like you go on the next turn with 1 HP. But the possibility of like this happening more than once in a fight and you leaving are like 1%. Like, it's very rare. But he can do it, which is something nice. Then you have plus an additional 1 key and up to 5, and chance of having a critical hit 9%, up to 59 with each attack received. Not the most important thing, because he has a lot of key already, but it's decent to have it. Here is a very important part. You have 59% defense for the rest of the battle after he receives 5 attacks. So basically, since this guy has guard for 6 turns, you want him in slot 1, he gets hit a couple of times, he can build up ki, he can build up crits, and he can build up the defense for the 5th attack. Then he gets an additional 120% attack after he receives the 9th attack. This is very hard to get. 9 attacks are not easy, but can be easier for slot 1 unit like him. So Goku can get that luck, it's not impossible. And then he has a 50% chance, a high chance, of nullifying Ki Blast super attack and counter with tremendous power. So you can nullify Red Zone Cell, Final Phase, or AGL Broly, AoE Broly, Omega Shenron super attack, this type of thing. Then we have 30% attack and defense for 1 turn and colossal damage on the 12th key, and then stacking defense, 30% attack for 1 turn and mega colossal damage on the 18th key. So this, you combo this with the guard and the healing and the multiplicative defense that this guy has in the intro, and then here, and this guy is very good. His defense is very high. His damage is not the craziest until you get this. After you get this buff, which is of course multiplicative, then his damage is solid, considering you have the crit. Something this guy doesn't have is additionals, which will help but will not be like insane, because he gets defense only for 1 turn. It's not stacking, neither attack, so it will be honestly it would be decent having additionals on this guy. Like, if he did have an additional with a 30% chance to be a super, because then even as a floater he will be able to get a bit more defense and maybe tank better when he doesn't have the guard later on. So the active skill is the Spirit Bomb and can be activated when HP is 59% or below, and this is one condition, like when HP is 59% or below, that's it. Or starting from the 5th turn, if you have an Earthbred Fighters category ally attacking in the same turn other than this character. So not really hard. Earthbred Fighters is an amazing category. You can have LR Bulma, you can have Orange Piccolo, not really a problem. And the effect is that it massively raises attacks temporarily, ultimate damage, and all attacks become critical hits for 1 turn. The active skill is not the craziest because it doesn't stack attack. Active skill attacks are very good only if you stack attack, otherwise are not really insane, so it's just decent. If you want to finish off an enemy that doesn't have the most amount of HP, maybe it can be helpful, but don't expect this to hit like 20 million. Link set is Saiyan Warrior Race, all in the family, experienced fighters, in fighter, Z fighter, first battle legendary power. We can see that he has no key link set, like no key. Saiyan lineage, prepare for battle, nothing. Which can be an issue, not for him, because he has so much ki at start of turn. Like, he has the ki plus 4 here, and then ki plus 4 here, and then he builds up 5 here, so it's not really a problem for him. But for the other characters that links with him, it can be a problem. And then category we have Pure Saiyan, Full Power, Goku Family, Kamehameha, Final Trump Card, Taro School, Bond of Friendship, Bond of Parent and Child, Earthbred Fighters, and Power of Wishes. So the last 3 are insane categories that receive buffs every single time and are always going to be good. So these 3 are a massive W. Staros Code is very good. Final Trump card is getting better. Goku Family and Pure Saiyan, of course, we know. And Kamehameha, we know. So this guy has a lot of good teams. But he helps Full Power and Bond of Friendship, which are not the greatest. So he's a complete unit. He has an amazing defense. He has decent attack. He has the utility with the healing and with the nullification. He's basically, for 6 turns, he's a better Vegeta and Trunks because he has higher defense and he's more safer to float around for the first 6 turns. After, he gets way more risky because you cannot like put him in a slot and get the guard. Like, he's more like just a decent unit. So what you want to do is to stack defense as much as you can in these 6 turns. Floating him is not a really good idea in my opinion. You want to keep him on rotation to get this, absolutely, and to get as many stacks as possible. Because after he loses the guard and the defense, because he loses this after 6 turns. So you lose ki that you will recover with this. You lose defense that, okay, he gets defense but he loses this, so it's still a loss. The attack, you will get it again, it's not really important. This guy is not an offensive unit. So you want to stack as much as possible. I will suggest to not float this Goku if you use him. But considering everything, this guy is very good. He doesn't have like a glaring flaw. Like, there is nothing I can point out, like, I don't know, STR Super 17, and I can talk to you for 20 minutes about how bad the active skill condition is. Or the Blue Fusions, which it's not a flaw, but like something they do, like the guaranteed dodge and then the active skill trick when you put them slot free, etc. There's nothing I can talk about like that for him. It's very simple. He's guarding, he's stacking, but if you really consider it, this is just key, attack and defense and guard for 6 turns. After 6 turns you can remove this from the passive. The intro is just an intro, so you can like remove this too. This, I explained it, it's only once per turn, so it's not really the biggest deal ever. This is once only. This, after you get it, it's just key and defense, and key and quit, and you can remove it. This is defense, and then you can remove it. This is attack, and you can remove it. So basically this character, what he is, he has key, attack, defense, crits, and a nullification. That's it. It's just that he builds up a lot, but it's very easy as a character, and he stacks defense. It's not complicated. So this Sky Goku is just a very like safe unit. It's the unit that you run on your team and you know what you're getting. It's not like the DBZ duo, the Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta. In one run they can be amazing, awesome, and they can carry the entire team. In another run, turn 1, they can be the reason you die. You don't know actually. With this guy, you know for 6 turns he's not going to make you kill it. You know that he's going to have a lot of defense, you can put him in slot 1, it's safer, and it's a good unit to run on every single team he's on. My only suggestion, again, don't float him and put him on teams with higher damage dealers. You don't want this guy in the same situation as Vegeta and Trunks. I think they are very similar units, so I will compare them a lot. The problem is that Vegeta and Trunks you can float them for 5 turns, but then you have the guard in slot 1. Then you can just put them in slot 1, and you can even have a slower and like very like stalling team, and it's not a problem because they stack defense too. So you can just put them stalling and they can stay here even for 20 turns, stacking in slot 1. This Goku, no. So you want to run this guy on teams like Power of Wishes with the ATRRs. Like you want to run the 8 tier LRs here. And on Bond of Parent and Child, you want to run characters like the 7 tier LRs, or let's see, the 8 tier LRs, of course. So you want to run something like that, like Yamcha on Earthbred Fighter, or Piccolo Jr., or the Blue Fusions of Final Trump card, something like that. You want to run high damage dealer with this guy, and he's in slot 1, you have 6 turns of him guarding, or maybe you can float him on the last turn of the guard, so you will still get the stacking and you will float him away, so you will get more turns, and when he comes back you can float him again, so if you're lucky on that turn you will go like until turn 10 and you're fine. But you need high damage dealer that can finish the fight either before the guards of this guy gets off or on the last turn or something like that. That's the only, like, not issue, but like the only thing you have to understand while using this unit. So let me know what you guys think about AGL Kai Goku, and I will get an analysis video on Kid Gohan soon, and I was thinking even on the Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, since I've never did it, and I will not do that like 3 videos in a row. So we will do this, then there's going to be something else, and tomorrow Kid Gohan video, something else, and then the DBZ duo, and then something else. We will see. But this is again the AGL Kai Goku complete analysis and overview. Again, I think it's a very good unit, top 10 LR, and I have him in the same range as Vegeta and Trunks. I cannot decide like who's better because they serve different roles. This guy is 6 turns, is better, but then Vegeta and Trunks, they have the guard, like always. And they have killing, their active skill is better, their leader skill is better. So we can talk about that for a bit, but it's not really important. This guy is very good. Amazing release. The last thing I hate is animations. I think they suck. And even the active skill, like aesthetically, I don't like this unit. And I don't think they did a good job with that. Of course, I would have preferred Kid Buu and Omega as part 2 LRs, but it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think about AGL Kai Goku, and I'll see you guys in the next video.